let's go back to your question. If I'm wrong, okay, then what do we do with the $7,900? We put it at the top of the list and we pay it off as soon as you can.
Okay, now my debt snowball.
It goes to the top of the debt snowball.
Okay.
And you knock it out as fast as you possibly can, or you go borrow $8,000 from the credit union and pay it off, and then put that in the debt snowball. I don't care which. But you get rid of the IRS. You do not want these people in your life. They have unlimited power, no brains, and they charge all kinds of penalties and interest minute by minute by minute as you go along.
All right, guys. This caller thought they had a solid financial plan until Dave Ramsey starts digging and everything unravels fast. The excuses get exposed, the mistakes pile up, and Dave Ramsey delivers a full, brutal financial wake-up call with absolutely zero patience. Breaking it all down on Debt Disaster Daily. Subscribe for more financial chaos. I know there's 98% of you guys watching who are not subscribed, so I'd heavily appreciate if we bump those numbers up. Let's jump in.
Well, I had a recent notice received from the IRS for tax debt from a year when I was married to my former spouse. I was unaware of this tax debt because I thought it had been addressed. And I run a really tight budget, and I have my debt snowball very planned. And I'm wondering if I pivot from that to take care of this tax debt. Because it had that notice of lien. There has not been a lien yet. And I realized
how much is it?
It's $7,900.
What do you make?
I make $132.
Okay. And what year is this from?
2018.
Okay. And you were obviously married then.
Mm-hmm.
And you filed married filing jointly?
That year, yes.
Okay. And you were not aware that the taxes were not paid?
How much money do you have to make where budgeting is just optional? If you chose C, watch this.
She makes about 170. I make about 115.
Hold on, did you?
No, you went full South Beach.
It's not just about how much you make. It's about having a plan for what you've got. So start budgeting with every dollar for free today.
You were not aware that the taxes were not paid?
That's correct. We had settled in 2020, and the equitable distribution required that he pay that, and now he's incarcerated. So I think that his payment plan has ceased, and they're coming after me for it.
Okay. I'm not positive if this will work, but before you decide to pay it.
Yeah, the Internal Revenue Service do not give a damn. Yikes. This guy's in prison, and for what? Why is he in jail? Wow.
I want you to get in touch with one of our tax professionals at RamseySolutions.com that we endorse, the Ramsey Trusted. And I want you to ask, and I want you to tell them every detail of the situation and see if you qualify for a thing called the innocent spouse. Okay?
Okay.
So an example would be, and this sounds like it qualifies, but I'm not, without getting into every stinking detail, I'm not positive. And even if we did, I'm not sure I would know. But the innocent spouse provision of the IRS code sounds like this. A good example would be me. Okay, my wife is a full-time mom. I have a business, and we do married filing jointly. The number of minutes or hours she spends looking at our tax return is precisely 3.5 seconds. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. So she signs it and assumes that me and the tax people that we're using know what the flip we're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, a tax bill comes up, and then she gets some notice in the mail like you did. Okay? Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, she didn't have anything to do with it. And so she could file under the innocent spouse provision and say, yeah, we filed married filing jointly. Yes, I did sign the return, but I have no working knowledge of that stupid business or that stupid man. Okay? Mm-hmm. And so I'm innocent of this tax bill, and they will take it off of you and send it to him. And of course, he's incarcerated, so they're not going to get paid, but that doesn't matter. What matters is it comes off of you. I think you're going to qualify for that.
Okay.
Based on what you told me. You see why? Because this is a thing. A, he was supposed to have taken care of it. and B, it was long ago, but the circumstances were that you had no knowledge that the bills were not being taken care of properly, and you signed the return.
Well, shout out to him, bro, right here for having that type of solution. Because Jesus Christ, I wouldn't wish anybody in that situation. Wow, where the wife is literally in trouble if she doesn't take care of those finances because the man's in prison. Yeah, the IRS don't play. They don't care. They really don't care.
Correct.
And that's why I'm thinking you're going to qualify for this innocent spouse provision, which is an $8,000 switch in this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing I want you to do, because I'm like 90% sure you're getting out of this.
Okay.
Now, if you don't, let's go back to your question. If I'm wrong, okay, then what do we do with the $7,900? We put it at the top of the list and we pay it off as soon as you can.
Okay. Now my debt snowball.
It goes to the top of the debt snowball.
Okay.
And you knock it out as fast as you possibly can, or you go borrow $8,000 from the credit union and pay it off, and then put that in the debt snowball. I don't care which. But you get rid of the IRS. You do not want these people in your life. They have unlimited power, no brains, and they charge all kinds of penalties and interest minute by minute by minute as you go along.
Yeah, it's the one exception of the debt snowball, Sarah. We always say if there is IRS debt, it gets moved to the very front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my question.
Or I would refinance it on a credit card or down at the credit union, one of the two. Okay? You get it cleared off. But don't put it on an IRS payment plan unless you have no other options. And then put it at the top of your debt snowball.
Okay.
I'm hope I'm right about the other thing, though, don't you?
I certainly do. I didn't know that existed. I do feel it was definitely out of a left field because I've been doing quite well on my own with 4 kids, but that kind of threw me for a loop.
Oh, that's so frustrating, Sarah. I'm sorry.
So you make $130,000 a year doing what?
I am a regional asset manager.
What is he in jail for?
Oh, gosh.
Embezzlement.
No way. That
Yes,
makes the
sir.
story even better about you being an innocent spouse.
It sure does.
The embezzlement boy is in jail. I mean, wow. That's got
Oh my God, bro. Jesus.
like drama on it. That's so, I'm so sorry y'all been through that. And he's the father of your 4 kids?
Yes, sir.
I'm so sorry. How old are you?
I'm 41.
Man, you've been through some hell, but you are strong.
Well done, Sarah.
And you are strong and you are smart. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Doing the best I know how to do to take care of these kids, and God is good, and so we're just trying to make sure I honor Him with the next right decision.
You've been
great.
very, very wise and very, very wow.
No, it's hard.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm up to end it right there. Holy cow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Embezzlement? This guy went to jail for embezzlement? Is he out his mind? I don't even know what his job was, honestly. I mean, the fact that the wife is a regional manager, it's like, why do you need more at that point? If you're fine where you're at, why do you need more? Unless you're trying to reach the billions, but it's like, come on, man, not the fraudulent way, man. Like that, man. Like, you're just screwing yourself. You're screwing your wives over, and the fact that you brought the IRS on top of that. No. Moral of the story. Don't do this bullshit that gets the IRS involved. Never involve yourselves or your lives with the IRS. That is like really bad. Really, really, really bad. Like Dave Ramsey said, they have a shit ton of interest fees and a bunch of other fees that you do not want to get yourselves mixed in with. Especially if you're in the upper class. They hit you pretty hard. But yeah, that's insane, man. What a episode. Wow. This is Debt Disaster Daily. Subscribe now. Like the video right now, guys. Holy. Like the video. Subscribe right now. We're trying to get at least 100. The goal is obviously 500 to 1,000. So do us a solid. We truly appreciate you guys watching. Especially those who are not subscribed. So like the video. Share your thoughts. We're out of here.